Hey guys, what's up? Dax here, and today we are here with a preview of the Canadian Grand Prix in 2016. Now, hopefully you guys do like the F1 2013 gameplay. I mean, I went on to record an Adrian Suttle challenge, and I think you might have already seen that on the channel. But, you know, I just decided to go over there and record a few more videos, and, you know, just a lot of fun, to be perfectly honest. I forgot how good this game really does look. And even with a controller, it's quite hard. It's not actually that fun with a controller. The game, just in general, is quite fun, so it sort of balances itself out a little bit. So it's alright, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay. There's probably going to be a bit more to come on this channel of F1 2013. But anyway, let's get on to this preview of the Canadian Grand Prix. Obviously, we look at the start of the season. The first four races dominated by Rosberg. Then a little bit of a slip up in Spain with Lewis Hamilton in the crash. And then in Monaco, 7th place, where he just didn't feel confident with the car. Means that Rosberg has 106 points out of 150. I suppose that's still a pretty decent first part of the season. Lewis Hamilton has 82 points in the first few races of the season. Obviously, he's had 4 podiums, the same as Rosberg, but at the end of the day, they've both retired once, and then the one time they were off the podium, they finished in 7th place, which is kind of odd. But yeah, so the points that Hamilton has lost, obviously, is just the races where he's not had luck at all. Obviously, Bahrain, China, 2 examples where he's had really bad luck, and obviously Spain, where he could have capitalised on being faster than Rosberg. He ended up crashing with him. So it's close at the top of the championship a little bit. Obviously, Monaco, after Hamilton having that race win where he was pretty dominant, after he managed to sort of get ahead of Ricciardo in those last few laps, I should say, were dominant, not the whole race. Ricciardo probably was the faster driver in general, but Ricciardo put himself up to 3rd place in the championship now. 66 points. Raikkonen and Vettel separated by 1 point in 4th and 5th, and Verstappen is still in 6th place after his race win in Spain. So it's not that close at the top of the championship, obviously. 24 points separating 1st and 2nd, but this race could obviously switch it up if, for example, Hamilton won and Rosberg retired. We're looking at a situation where Hamilton's won 2 races, Rosberg's won 4, and Hamilton's ahead of him in the championship, which is kind of crazy. But if we look ahead to, or we look back, I should say, to last year, the race was dominated by Mercedes. Obviously, 70 laps, separated by 2.3 seconds in the end of the 2 Mercedes. Hamilton won over Rosberg, and in 3rd place, it was one of the few podiums last year for Williams. They finished just ahead, Valtteri Bottas in 3rd finished just ahead of Kimi Raikkonen in 4th. Vettel finished 5th last year. Massa was up there. Maldonado was up there. It really was a race dominated by the Mercedes. There was only, well, in the top 10, there were only 3 cars that were not powered by Mercedes. So we had 2 of the Mercedes, we had Williams, with 2 Williams, we had both the Lotuses, with a Force India, and then the cars that weren't were 2 Ferraris of Vettel and Raikkonen, and then Daniel Kvyat finished in 9th place in the Red Bull Renault last year. So interesting stuff there. It does obviously look like, well, we all know that it is a power circuit, something that maybe the Hondas, the McLaren Hondas might struggle with this year. I mean, well, obviously they struggled with it last year, but it's going to be tough for them guys, obviously. And the Renault, which, I mean, it's a good engine. It's better than last year for sure, but I don't know how good the Renault is going to be over 70 laps. Obviously, it's going to be tough for them. It's going to be a tough weekend for all the guys running the Renault or Tag Heuer or whatever power unit. So I suppose you can say that as well with the McLaren guys. It's going to be very tough for them last year. I mean, between them last year, well, both the Hondas, McLaren Hondas last year retired. So that's a worrying sight for this year. Both with exhaust failures last year, which is kind of strange. But last year as well, we look at qualifying. Hamilton won that as well with Rosberg in 2nd, and you know, looking at the top 10, it is majorly dominated by the Mercedes power unit. And this, obviously, we look at this, you know, this season. Obviously, the engines aren't as far apart as they were last year. The Renault and the Ferrari have definitely moved in. Honda have moved in as well, but just obviously they're still not that close. And well, what do you put this down to this race weekend? It's going to be a Mercedes win, in my opinion, unless they majorly mess up or they have a retirement. It's got to be a Mercedes win this weekend. But for some reason, I'm feeling a Rosberg win. And whenever I've predicted Hamilton to win, except from the last race in Monaco, he hasn't won. So maybe predicting Rosberg to win this race, which I am going to do now, it means that Hamilton might go away and dominate it. So sorry if that does happen, as I know these videos mean everything of what the race result will be. So we're going to go with the Rosberg win this race weekend to fight back from the Monaco and Spain disasters. I go with second place for Lewis Hamilton. Third place, it's going to be tough because we know the Ferraris are quick, but I don't know whether their chassis can overcome a not so good engine. So in third place, it's tough because obviously we had the surprise podium last time out for the Mercedes powered Force India of Perez, and is that something going to happen again? I mean, it's really tough. I mean, I'm just gonna have to put Sebastian Vettel in third place, to be perfectly honest. He fought back from 16th place last year to be, you know, decently inside the points. So I'm going to go with Sebastian Vettel in third place this year. Fourth place, I think we're going to go with Valtteri Bottas. And fifth place, we're going to go for Nico Hülkenberg, just to mix it up a little bit. I do think Red Bull are going to struggle this weekend. I mean, in the past, I think they've only ever won one Grand Prix around here, and that was in 2013, was it? I could be wrong. I can't remember now. Did Daniel Ricciardo win around here? Daniel Ricciardo won around here, didn't he? Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo won around here. So he's won around here in 2014, but I think Vettel won in 2013, did he? You guys can let me know down below. I'm sure you remember better than me, but I think it's going to be an interesting race. I think it is going to be dominated by Mercedes, but I do feel that, you know, Ferrari, maybe if they can get it right, they get the aerodynamics set up right, they could have a decent chance of a bit of a challenge here. But I think we can't look really past here. A dominant race for Mercedes. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a like if you did, and yeah, until next time, it's been Axe. I'm out here. Goodbye.